friends, back again. It's Amanda from Budgeting Like a Girl. I'm thinking about changing our name. My husband came up with some good ones today, and I'm thinking maybe a change of name is in order. Let me take a drink. Today's Red Bull is, which means cinnamon pear. It's actually really good. I know this says Paycheck too, and I already used the month spread on this, and I believe the Paycheck one. Oh, I didn't. I'll choose Paycheck one. Why not? Oh, is there a monthly? There is a monthly tracker on all of them. Sorry, I had a brain. My brain kind of shut off there for a second. All right. So we're gonna budget my husband's paycheck for next week. So 1/15. Technically, since the 15th is a Monday, our bank gets paid 2 business days before. So his paycheck will show up tomorrow, the 11th of January. Unfortunately, it's one of the bad things about military pay, because the banks want to pay you sooner, so they pay you the 11th. But his next check isn't until the 1st, which is technically 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks from the 11th, but let's see, 2 days before, that's the 30th, Tuesday. So we go from the 11th to the 30th, which is 19 days between paydays, when it's supposed to be twice monthly. So it just kind of stinks sometimes that they fall on weird days. We go through this a couple of times a year where, there's nearly 3 weeks between paydays, but it's whatever. We've already been talking for 2 minutes. Let's get into this. So we're not going to we'll have debt payment down here of $1,000, and his Army income, he just got a raise, so we're gonna say it's gonna be $2,700 for the second half of January, which is technically the pay from the 1st to the 15th. Like, it's paying you for that time. So his income, what I'm going to count as income, is $3,700. So bills for this check. Insurance is supposed to be about $111. The loan that I've talked about is $85. Care credit is $57. How are y'all doing today? It's very cold here. Very cold. I know I talked about this in my debt confession, but I forgot I had a Victoria's Secret card. That's our first quick win, because this $70 payment is gonna pay it off. So, woohoo. TubeBuddy, which I need to just switch it to the mobile version. It's only $250, but we're gonna say budget 3. Because I pay for it on like the website for like the computer, like to have their little extension on your browser or whatever, but I don't upload videos on my computer. I do it almost exclusively from my phone, because that's also where my video editor is, and I need to just pay for TubeBuddy on my phone and cancel it for the internet. Maybe we'll do that this week. All right, so Netflix, I think I'm gonna run out of spaces. going to be 23. My daughter plays violin. That payment is 26. Hold please. Okay, I'm coming back. I just ran over my robe. Anyway, I thought I had some whatever. I don't have whiteout. So Netflix, and we'll put HBO on this line. So total, that's going to be 23 plus 16, 39. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course I have 5 more. Whatever, we'll work with it. Prime is $10. We'll do Sam's and Affirm. There we go. AFFIRM. Sam's is 107. Affirm is 170. Capital One, we're going to pay 125. And lastly, 200. Oh my god. 200. It goes here. This goes PlayStation card. Ignore that. So let me see. Let me get over here to my calculator. See how much that's supposed to be. Oh, thank you. 57, 73, 39, 26, 10, 107, 170, 125, and 200. 1,003. 1003. All right. So 3,700 minus 1,003. It's gonna be 26,97 left. Variable expenses, which we've actually done pretty good. I didn't even say this was Christina from Supernatural Budgets. This is her Supernatural themed budget planner that we're using here. So variable expenses, I know we have groceries and fuel and out to eat, toiletries, we'll see. So we want to try to budget 500. We've done pretty good for this, the current paycheck that we're on. We had spent about $160 the first week. This week so far, I think we're at about 200. But I mean, that's still under the $500 mark. So I think we're doing good. Fuel, we're gonna say 50. Out to eat, we'll say 100, just because there's 4 of us. And toiletries, we'll say 50. I'm gonna add spending for me and husband, we'll say 100, and kids spending, we'll say 100 for the 2 weeks, because they always need something. my son does an online D&D campaign every 2 weeks, and his money, like his chore money allowance, whatever, is usually gone by the end of the month because they've requested that they only get paid once a month. I don't know why. That's why their allowances aren't on this check, because they want paid at the first of the month. But by the time the end of the month rolls around, his money's gone, and it costs him $11 to play this game online. So that's what we'll say is happening there. So 500. Yeah, I'm doing it with my left hand. 50, 100, 50, and then 200. Total is 900. So, yeah, see, I messed up already. 2697 minus 900. That leaves a remaining balance of $1,797. This check is usually a little small. Sorry, I was trying to make sure that those numbers balanced. Like, more bigger bills come out this check than the check on the first. So we are usually left with just a little bit. So debt payment, we're paying Home Depot $1,000, which should pay off that card. And then for now, I'm just gonna say sinking funds. I'm not gonna name all of them because y'all know from a couple of the previous videos, I have like 80,000 envelopes. I need to try and condense it down a little bit, but as of right now, that's how they're gonna stay until we get some of this debt, whatever, figured out. So we will put we'll put 400 a week. No, 400 total. It's 200 per week into the sinking funds, which will leave us, it's 400, leaves us 397. And then I'll start maybe my savings challenge. Is challenges. And we'll put $100 toward those. So that's $100 total. I am not a zero-based budgeter at all. I like having a little bit of a buffer. So $297 is what we round about what we should be left with. We haven't been out to eat in a while. Every once in a while we'll stop by the PX and grab like something quick for dinner, if we're really feeling like I don't want to cook. But most of the time, like if we're hankering for pizza, I'll go, or husband will swing by the commissary and pick up pizzas, like frozen pizzas, for dinner, and that can come out of groceries if we haven't spent it all. So some of this might still be left over, especially if husband and I don't spend all of this. Until these sinking funds get built up a little bit more, I'm going to try and give us a little more grace over here. But for now, and like, since I'm a prop budgeter, I guess, prop bill budgeter, I'm not going to pull anything out of the bank for this. I'm just going to transfer this and probably this over to my Ally savings account and stuff the prop bills once it gets there. Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with me today. My throat, I have a frog or something. I think I'm talking too much, and it's too early in the morning, apparently. I think it's like 10:30 or so. But yeah, I'll be doing this here in a few days because, like I said, husband's check is supposed to be here tomorrow afternoon. Oh, it's 10:20. My alarm just went off. So yeah, husband's check should hit tomorrow afternoon sometime. Kids and husband both have all, I guess. I have 2 kids and husband, so that would be all. They all have a long weekend. They're all supposed to have a long weekend. Kids definitely. Husband's work is kind of crazy right now. He may not get Friday and Monday off. That's fine. We can deal with it. This might, now that I'm thinking about it, if we do go to the Czech Republic, a lot of this might be gone. And maybe some of this, if I'm being quite honest with myself. We do have a little bit, you know, that'll be a rollover, but I don't know how much that is right now, so I'm not going to count it toward income. If anything, it'll get moved over to our savings account that like is attached to our card, so we can pull from it if necessary, since it's there and not included in the $1,000 debt payment. So, right, I'm not going to do cash breakdown. Weekly expense tracker. We might start doing this for maybe. We'll see. If I can get myself a little bit more disciplined, I'll definitely start doing this expense tracker right here. Yes, I could zoom you out so you can see the expense tracker on the whole page. I really hope you were able to see everything on this page. I know on my watch it looks really small. I would assume that you guys could see most of it, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is the plan for next week or whatever. So we'll see when I actually get to film it. I might film it tomorrow before the money hits the bank. Well, never mind. Scratch that. Disregard, please. I've already transferred from his paycheck on the 1st. I've already transferred over another $200. So, to Ally, so that I can do like a second cash stuffing for sinking funds. Actually, I did 300, 200 for sinking funds, 100 for savings challenges. So I'm going to try and figure out what challenges I want to do and make sure I have envelopes ready for those. And yeah, that might be the next video you see of mine. I'm not entirely sure, is budgeting out that. But for now, I just wanted to kind of get this part done so that we can, you know, jump into a better routine, and it's not just me, you know, explaining, probably over explaining like my bills, my debt confession, binders, like all of that stuff, so we can get into the nitty-gritty of how we're gonna achieve the plans that we want to achieve this year. So, all right, I think that's it. I will talk to y'all or see y'all in the comments in the video, and I'll be back for another video soon. Bye, y'all.